Hello and welcome kids once again to your science classes of grade 3. So in this part of the video we are going to discuss about our leftover book exercises of the topic safety and first aid as well as the question answers. As you know, in my last class I have already revised this complete lesson that was safety and first aid, that is our topic 3. Okay, along with the given book exercises. That was one fill in the blanks. Let's recall, fill in the blanks with the correct words. This we have done, and I have told you to write down these keywords and definitions in your notebook, and I hope you all are now maintaining your science notebook. I have told you whatever your EVS notebook was of previous class, you will now do your work, science work, in that particular notebook only, and you have to maintain your work neatly and cleanly, date wise as well as topic wise. First you write down the date, then you write down the topic name, and then you write down the heading. Suppose you are doing keywords, so write down keywords or definitions and then complete this one. If you are doing tick the correct answer, then you mention the heading tick the correct answer along with the topic name. Suppose this is the topic, this is our topic 3rd, topic 3, safety and first aid, and then you do these things. So these tick the correct answer and true and false we have already discussed in our previous video. So one question was remaining, that is question C. Among the book exercises, this was left. So now I am going to do this. So as you see over here, name the following. Now you have to write the name of the following things, whatever it is asking in the question to write. So any two things you should not play with. What are those two things with which you should not play? So one is blade, one is scissors. You could also write over here blade and knives. Okay. So any sharp or pointed thing which is in our home, we should not play with that, because those things are not meant to be played with. We should play with our toys, and after playing we should keep our toys at its proper place. Okay. So here you can write blade scissors, or you can write blade knives or knife scissors. Okay, any two things you have to mention with which you should not play. Okay, so this answer is clear. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Okay, question 2 is asking you any one safety rule to be followed in the classroom. Yes, you have to write any one safety rule which you should follow in your classroom. So many safety rules we have studied regarding the classroom. Few of them are like, we should not jump on the benches, we should not throw things over other, we should not walk without a cure, we should always walk in a cure, we should not push anyone on the staircase, we should be very careful while walking on the stairs, we should wait for our turn while we go to the swing, we should move in and out of a bus, school bus, in a queue. Okay, so any one safety rule you have to write for this statement. So I have written, we should sit properly on the benches and should not climb on it. Yes, because these benches, they are meant for what? They are provided to you so that you can sit over there, you can do your classwork, you can take your lunch, you can keep your bags, books, notebooks. Okay, those benches are not meant for that. You should jump over that, you should climb over that, which few students do in the classroom. So I hope after studying of this chapter, you all should have learned some good habits, that how to maintain safety rules at your home, at your school, on the road, and at different places. Okay, so now onwards, just promise yourself that you are not going to jump on the benches, run inside the classroom or on the staircase. You will be a very good and disciplined student, and I know you all are. Okay, so now this answer is clear, that any one safety rule to be followed in the classroom. So the safety rule is, we should sit properly on the benches and should not climb on it. Okay, next statement, next question is, two things which are used to clean a bleeding wound. Bleeding wound means such kind of wound, such injury from which blood is oozing out, blood is coming out. Okay, so that type of wound or injury or cut is known as bleeding wound. Okay, so this was a new term that I have explained. So now you have to write two things. You have to name any two things with the help of which you can clean a bleeding wound. If somebody is hurt, if somebody has got a cut or injury or wound from which blood is oozing out, then it need to be cleaned first. Okay, so we can use cotton and any antiseptic, good quality antiseptic lotion like Dettol, Savlon, etc. Okay, so two things I have mentioned over here, that we can use cotton and antiseptic lotion for cleaning of the bleeding wound. So with this question, our book exercises are over. In this chapter, there were 4 book exercises. One was this fill in the blanks. One was this tick the correct answer. One was this true and false. And one was this name the following. Now there are question answers. Answer the following questions. So let's move on to the question answer work. So the first question is, what are subways used for? The answer is, subway is a tunnel under a road for use by pedestrians to cross the road. Yes, you have seen the definition of subway in the keyword section also. That subway, what is a subway? It is a tunnel under a road for use by pedestrians. A tunnel-like structure, a tunnel-like passage is built under the road to be used by pedestrians. Who are pedestrians? Those who walk on their foot. Okay, those are called pedestrians. Okay, so it is a tunnel. Subway is a tunnel that is built under a road for use by pedestrians, so that pedestrians could use it, could use that tunnel, could use that passage which is built under the road, not over the road. It is built under the road to cross the road safely. Okay, so this was the first question. Next question, why should we not touch electric switches with wet hands? Yes, this point we have studied while studying safety rules at home. What safety rules we should follow at home? As you can see over here, it is a cross, and this particular child, he has touched the electrical switches with wet hands. So now you see such a strong electric shock he has got, and he may get injured severely. So that's the reason that we should not touch electric switches with wet hands, as we might get an electric shock. Yes, and that electric shock could be very much harmful for our health. Okay, it could hurt us badly. So we should never touch any electrical switches, any electrical items in our home or anywhere else with wet hands. Okay, as we might get an electric shock. So to avoid getting an electric shock, we should avoid touching electrical switches, electrical plugs or electrical equipments with our wet hands. We should never touch the electrical items with wet hands or bare feet. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Why should we not leave our toys on the floor? We should not leave our toys on the floor, as someone might trip over them. Yes, you should always play with your toys, but you should, after playing, you should keep your toys properly at its proper place. Because if you will leave your toys here and there on the floor, on the bed, then someone might trip over them, someone might get slipped over them and got hurt. And your chances are that your toys could also be broken. Okay, so you should follow a good habit that you should not leave your toys on the floor, because someone might get trip over them. So this was the answer of the third question. that why should we not leave our toys on the floor? Because someone might trip over them and hurt. Moving on to the next question. List 2 safety rules you must follow at home. You have to enlist any of the 2 safety rules which you should follow at home. We have studied so many safety rules which we should follow at home. So out of these 6 safety rules, any 2 or 3 safety rules of your choice you could write. But only you have to take care that you cannot use the term your while writing answers. While writing answers, we have to convert this your term to our. Okay? While writing answers, we have to convert the word your to our whenever we are writing answers. Suppose if I am writing this point, so I will write, we should not leave our toys and books on the floor because someone might trip over them. Understood? In the same point, in the next point, you can also see that we should not touch electric wires, switches and plugs with wet hands, as we, in place of you, we will use the word we, as we might get an electric shock. Okay? So while writing answers, the term your should be converted to our, and the term you, it should be converted to we, W-E-V. I hope this point is clear to you all. Now we have to enlist any 2 safety rules which we must follow at home. So those rules are, first one, we should not play with fire or near gas stoves as we may get burnt. Yes, as it is very much clear in this picture. You can see over here now, I have explained you that do not touch hot utensils. This boy was touching this hot utensils and it is very much near this gas stove where fire is burning. So chances are that he might get burnt. He might get badly hurt, and that's what has happened. See his face. He has got burnt in his hand. So as per the first rule, we should never play with fire or near gas stoves because we may get burnt, and nobody likes to be burnt or injured. So if we do not like to get hurt or burnt or injured, then we have to follow safety rules also to save ourselves, to protect ourselves, to keep ourselves safe and sound. Okay? Okay, the next point is, we should not run in the house as we may slip or bump into the furniture. Yes, this is also a very good point, that it is telling that you people, you should not. Generally what the kids do, they just start running or playing. Some of the kids, they just start running and playing in the room itself, in the house itself. No, it should not be done, because our home is not a playground. It is not so spacious that you could run over freely and enjoy. No, chances are that you might bump into the furniture, any chair or table, and you might get hurt. As you can see in this picture, again there is a cross. That means this boy was running in the room and he bumped into this furniture. He just got hit by this furniture and injured his leg, injured his knee. So we should not run in the house as we might slip or bump into the furniture. Okay, so I have written these 2 points. You can write any of the 2 points of your choice from this section. Okay, just you have to remember that you have to convert the term your to our and you to we while writing the answers. Is that clear? Okay. Let's move on to the next question. What is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person is called first aid. Yes, that is also a very important term. That what is first aid, which we have already studied also. That the immediate help, at once help. Okay. whatever help we could provide to an injured person at once, quickly, that is only known as first aid. Okay, as you can see over here, when somebody gets hurt, we need to help that person immediately. Immediately means quickly, at once. The immediate help given to an injured person is known as first aid, because we have given him aid. Aid means help, and first means immediately. So whatever immediate or quick help we have given to any injured person, that is only known as first aid. Okay, so this is very important. Now the next question. Write any 3 safety rules to be followed on the road. Now you have to write any of the 3 safety rules which should be followed on the road. So again, we have studied so many safety rules which we should follow on the road. Okay, so out of this section, out of these 6 points, any 3 points of your choice you can write. Okay, it's not like that whatever point I have written you have to mention that only. No, it's not compulsory. You have understood this section of the video, this part of the video. So out of these 6 safety rules, any 3 or 2 rules of your choice, whatever the number the question is asking, any 2 or 3 rules of your choice from this section you could write in your answer. But only thing you have to keep in your mind is that, yes, wherever the term you is there, you have to convert that to we, W-E. And wherever the term your is there in the statements, in the answers, you have to convert it into our while writing the answers. These 2 things you have to keep in your mind. Okay, now moving back to the answer. 3 safety rules to be followed on the road are: first, we should not play or run on the road. Yes, it is very important rule that road is meant for moving of vehicles or by pedestrians. It is not a place where you can go with your football and play. No, it's not a place for playing or running. If you want to play, if you want to run, you should go to the playground or park. But it is also not possible in the present scenario. As you all know, the situation is very grave. This COVID-19 infection, it is spreading very fast. So we all have to remain indoors so that we could be safe and sound, so that we could not get infected. Okay, so it's just a matter of, I think, few months or this hard time let pass, then you people could again go to the park, hopefully by God grace, and play over there. Okay, so what we were discussing, yes, 3 safety rules to be followed on the road are: the first rule is that we should not play or run on the road. Is it clear? You should never go to the road and play or run over there. Never. Because you might get hurt, you might get hit by the coming vehicles, or you might fall down over there and got badly injured. Okay, so to avoid these injuries, accidents or mishappenings, you should not play or run on the road. Next point is, we should always cross the road at the zebra crossing. Yes, where we should cross the road? We should cross the road at the zebra crossing. As you can see over here in this picture, this boy is using this zebra crossing, that black and white strip which is made on the road. It is meant for crossing the road by the pedestrians. Okay, you should use this zebra crossing to cross over the road. You should not come over here and cross the road. No, when zebra crossing is there, you should use this zebra crossing only for crossing the road from one side to another side. Okay, so that is the second point, that we should always cross the road at the zebra crossing. Third, we should always walk on the footpath. Yes, if we are not crossing the road and suppose we have to walk for few distance or to go to some place and we have to walk over the road, then where we should walk? We should use footpath or the cemented pavement which is built on both sides of the road. As you can see, this is the footpath. Okay, this side, this is the footpath. So while we are walking on the road, we should use this footpath. We should not walk in between the road or in the middle of the vehicles. No, it could be very much dangerous. Okay, if we are walking, we should use this footpath, or it is also known as cemented pavement. So that was the third point, that we should always walk on the footpath. One more point I have written, so you will also mention 4 points over here, that we should not try to get in or out of a moving vehicle. Again, you can see this picture. This particular student, he or she was trying to get out of the moving bus. And what happened? He slipped and fell down and injured his leg. Okay, so it's written, never get out of a moving bus. So that's what written. We should not try to get in or to get out. Neither to get in nor to get out of any moving vehicle, whether it is a car, whether it is a bus, whether it is anything. Okay, never ever try to get in or get out of a moving vehicle. It could be very much dangerous and harmful. Okay, so these were the 4 points. These were the 4 safety rules which we should follow, which is to be followed on the road. Okay, so only 6 question answers were there in this chapter which we have discussed. First question was, what are the subways used for? As you can see over here, I have written science third, then I have written topic third, safety and first aid, then I have underlined it, then I have written question answers, then I have written question 1, answer 1, question 2, answer 2, and after each answer, after the finishing of each answer, I have drawn one single finishing line. So you also have to maintain your work in a very neat and clean way in this format. Okay, and now I have told you that you could use your previous class EVS notebook for doing your science work of class 3. Okay, so these were the 6 question answers. Very soon I am going to upload the PDF of this particular chapter, that is safety and first aid, that is our topic 3. I am going to upload the PDF of this chapter on Snapwork app. From there also you could do the reading of this chapter, as well as I will upload the question answers PDF on Snapwork and the book exercises also. Okay, these book exercises also I will upload on the Snapwork in the form of PDF. Okay, so that you could properly do your science classwork. Okay, and please do come on this platform, do regularly watch whatever we are posting, whatever I am posting on your science subject on both the platforms, on YouTube, my lecture videos, as well as on the Snapwork app, whatever things I am posting. Do visit that and please maintain your work regularly, neatly and cleanly. So all these for this video. See you soon with the next video. Soon we will start revising our 3 topics, all the 3 topics one by one. Okay, till then, bye, take care and thank you for the class.